Bore da. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Carers Week Assembly this morning during Ethical and Empathy Fortnight. I'm Simon Richards from e-sgol, and it's a pleasure to have the company of Nick Byrne from Social Care Wales. Bore da, Nick. How are you?
Well, I'm good, thanks. How are you? You good?
I'm well, thank you. Yes,
Great.
It's Friday, which helps. Right then, we'll get started then, Nick, and we'll have a recap possibly of what is care.
Great, thanks, Simon. Okay, so what is care? We covered this last week, but it's always good to have a reminder during Care Week. So care is about being happy. Think about the things in your life that make you happy, and think about the people that care for you, and the care that you receive that contributes to that happiness. It's about being healthy. And when we talk about healthy, we don't just talk about our physical health. We talk about our mental health and our well-being. And I'm sure you do a lot in school already around your mental health and well-being. So again, it's just about feeling good within ourselves when we talk about mental health and well-being. It's also about feeling safe. So it's quite hard to be happy, to be healthy, unless we feel safe. So a big part of care is giving the people that feeling of security and safety that are really important to make sure that we either maintain or improve our physical health and mental health. Thanks, everyone.
We've got a video next, haven't we, Nick?
We have, yeah. We've got a really nice video now that looks at a child who was just coming to the end of primary school and about to move to secondary school, and is about how the care that he receives from his family, but also from people who work in social care, how that makes a really big difference to his life, about his happiness, his physical health, his mental health, and the joy and happiness that he has in his life on a day-to-day basis. So we'll watch that video now. Thanks, everyone.
My condition is called cerebral palsy, and it mainly affects my legs and my balance. I really enjoy playing football with my friends, and my favourite position is left wing or left mid because I like Salah and he plays that position. I wanted to go to mainstream comprehensive school because all my friends are going there and I didn't want to be on my own in a different school. Things that help me are my friends, my family, my physiotherapist, my social worker, and my occupational therapist.
The most important things for me is making sure that Oliver lives as much as an independent life as he can. He's got a twin brother, and I just want him to be able to do the things that his brother can do and that all his friends can do, so that he's able to go out and play independently with his friends and just live an independent life without taking me along with him. The social care supporters supported me. Firstly, by sitting down and explaining to me how they can help me and us as a family and what they can offer, because obviously first thought that it was scary and was I getting a social worker involved due to me not doing something right. And from the first time I met them, it really did prove to me that I was completely wrong. They came in, they gave me so much support, help, advice, and yet massively changed my views on a social worker and getting a social worker involved. Social care is so important for both parents and children to be able to get the support that is out there, whether that's financial support, support within your home to get adoptions done, or just a support group for you and your child to be able to be who they want to be.
Independent means to me that you work on your own, and I do things by myself, like playing football, playing basketball, playing tennis, lots of small things like that. I no longer have a social worker because to help me I have my occupational therapist and my physiotherapist and my family. A social care worker to me would be amazing, fantastic and caring and help me live a normal life.
I think Oliver really sums it up there, and all Oliver wants to do is live a normal life. So when it came to Oliver moving from year 6, which is the end of primary school, to moving to secondary school, there was a concern from Oliver and his family that he may not be able to go to the same school as his friends. So they accessed some social care support. And interestingly, Oliver's mum said that at first she was worried because she felt that you only access social care support as a family if you were doing something wrong in terms of the support towards your children, and that's completely incorrect. That's wrong. It's not just for people. It's not social care isn't for people who are doing a bad job in terms of caring for the people they care for. It's there to support everybody who needs that little bit of help. And Oliver's family are doing an amazing job with Oliver. And social care provides just that little bit of extra support to make sure that Oliver can keep going to the same school as his friends. So he's grown up with those friends all his life. He's played with them every day, all of his life, and all Oliver wants to do is live the same life as his friends, to see his friends every day, and get that care and support. And within that video, you can see for example, when he scored the penalty, if you saw that clip actually went viral, just you can see all of his teammates just swarm Oliver, and they're so happy for him, and there's so much care amongst his friends. But also you can see from the family, from his mum in that video, the amount of care he gets from his family, but also from social care as well. So it doesn't just come from one source care, it comes from all different parts of our life, and Oliver's very lucky to have that support. So we covered the 6 C's last week. We're going to go through them again. I'm going to put Soanne on the spot. I'm going to ask her how she thinks the 6 C's are delivered to Oliver. So we'll start with the first one.
Okay.
So Soanne, how do you think care is delivered to Oliver?
To Oliver, well, what a wonderful story, and lovely to see Oliver moving up to comprehensive school with his friends. Friends, I would assume, is one side of things that he receives care from. Obviously, his mother and his family are very much involved, and wonderful to see his mother there, and also obviously the professionals that are helping him as well. How's that?
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic answer. So, a really good answer. So, yeah, he gets care from lots of different areas. So, and importantly, listen to what's important to Oliver. So, the first step of really good quality care, whether that's caring for your friends, your family, whether that's a social care professional providing support, is listening to them, finding out what's important to them, finding out what matters to them. And to Oliver, what was really important to him is he carried on doing the things every day that gave him joy. So, spending time with his friends and playing football were 2 really important things to him, and the care he gets allows him to do that and allows him to carry on living a really positive, happy life. So the next one we're going to look at is compassion. So how do you think care is delivered to him using compassion, Soanne?
Again, getting his voice over and being heard, and as well as his mother being heard, I would think.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so compassion is about understanding how someone feels and then delivering that care and support based on their feelings. And we did that by giving Oliver a strong voice, and also Mel, his mum, feeling supported and feeling as if social care was there to help her. It wasn't something that to be scared of. It wasn't something that was going to be sort of telling her how she should be doing things. It was there to provide that extra support to the excellent care that she was already being provided with. But that strong voice is so important. If we don't give people a strong voice, if we don't hear about how they want their care delivered, what's important to them, then we're unable to deliver that best practice support. So listening is really important. Well done, Soanne.
Yeah, and it was very clear what Oliver enjoyed in his life, what Oliver does enjoy in his life, isn't it? Sports and friends.
Friends,
Wonderful.
yeah, really important to them. Okay, so the next one to look is courage. So how do you think courage was used when we delivered care to Oliver?
Oh, now then. This is
Quite a difficult one, courage, isn't it?
Yeah, they get harder, I think, as they go along. Again, getting Oliver's voice over and ensuring that he gets the support that he needs.
Good answer. Yeah, fantastic answer, Soanne. Yeah. So supporting Oliver's voice to help him go to mainstream comprehensive school and to be independent, but it also took courage from Oliver's mum to actually reach out and ask for support. She said that initially she was quite scared of it. Sometimes we've got to understand that even if we're delivering really good quality care, sometimes we need to ask others to help us as well. So if you think about yourselves in a school environment, sometimes you might be helping your friend with something, but you realize actually you need a teacher or another friend to help you as well. So sometimes it takes courage just to ask someone to provide that care. So Oliver's mum reached out and they got the help that they needed, which had made a really big difference to Oliver's life. Well done, Sue Ann. Next one I'm going to look at is commitment. So commitment's really important in care. So how do you think that was delivered to Oliver?
Well, that the people that supported and helped him were committed to their role, and if they said they were going to do it, that they would stick to it, possibly.
Fantastic. Really, really good answer. So, and yeah, so commitment is so important in care. If someone's providing care to you, you want to know they're committed, they're reliable. If they say they're going to do something and you feel like they're going to do it, that makes you feel safe and protected. So always being there for Oliver, being that his family, his friends, the social care professionals that helped him. Really, really important that they showed that commitment, and that really helps Oliver. He feels safe and secure in the care that is being provided to him. Well done, Soren. Really good answer. What about competence? So what do we mean by competence? It's your ability to do something. In short, simple way of describing is how good you are at something.
Yeah, so the skills that you have, that you've got the right skills to help and support Oliver then. Yeah,
fantastic answer. Yeah, so within social care, there are sort of specific roles, and there's different roles that will help Oliver. So there isn't just a social care worker and they do everything. We have individual workers that develop their own specialist skills and deliver their own specialist support. So Oliver had support from a few different job roles, and they had the right skills to help him and his family. So really important that we use staff in the best way that we can, and we deliver care with that competence and having the right skills. Well done, so and really, really good answers there. Some hard ones there.
Yeah.
So the next one is communication. So really important in care that we communicate in the right way. So how do you think that was delivered with Oliver?
Well, talking really, from starting with Oliver's mother and getting connecting and getting a social worker, right through to the social worker talking, communicating, keeping that dialogue and listening obviously to what Oliver wants.
Fantastic. Really, really good answer. Yeah. Well done. So yeah, so talking to Oliver and his mum about how care can help Oliver. So really important that we have that communication at the start. They may not know what the support will be, but also that we make sure that we communicate as that care carries on as well. So we never want someone to feel as if they're not sure what the next step is. Really important that we keep that communication going, and we don't just focus on the communication that we're putting out. We really focus on listening to people as well. So you can see from that video that Oliver and his mum, I think, felt listened to. They felt as if their views were heard, and they felt as if that impacted on the care that was delivered to them. So really important that we communicate in the right way. Well done, Sue Ann. Really, really good.
Well, thank you.
So well done, everybody. So I think this is your last session of the Care Week for 2025. I bet you've done some really, really fantastic work over the 2 weeks and learned about how important care is. And I'm sure you've thought about the amazing care that you deliver as well to your friends, to your family, and to other people in your life. So just go through some fun facts about care. So care makes the world a better place. If you think about how would the world be if we didn't care for one another. So it improves the world and improves lives for everybody in terms of that care making a difference. Care means kindness. So it's important that we're kind to each other, that we consider other people and how they're feeling before we communicate and before we deliver that care. Helping others is a really great way to show that you care. And I'm sure you all do a lot of that in your lives, helping different people in your life. And it doesn't have to be big things. Care can be small acts. It could be lending someone something that they might need. You might be doing an activity with someone in school and you see that they need something and you go and find it for them. It doesn't just have to be the big things in life. Those everyday small acts of kindness make a big difference to how we feel. Self-care is really important too. What do we mean by self-care? It's the things in your life that give you joy and make you happy. That might be going for a walk. That might be going for a bike ride. That might be lots of different things, doing a piece of art, reading a book that you love. Just having the time to have that self-care and deliver that care to yourself. Really, really important that we keep doing that and we focus on that. Care helps people feel safe. So it's important that we feel safe and we feel protected. It's really important to our well-being that we feel safe, and care can do that. Having that care around you from lots of different people in your life makes you feel safe and delivers that really good care. And the last one is, and this is something that we keep saying about care, but it's really important. Care, a really, really big part of care is listening to people. If we don't listen to people, we can't understand how they're feeling, and we can't understand how best to deliver that care. So if you do anything after these 2 weeks, really focus on your listening skills. Make sure that when you're having that communication, that you don't just focus on the communication you're putting out, you really focus on listening to people and understanding them. Thanks, everyone.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Nick, for sharing the important messages about how we can take care of ourselves and others, of course. And everyone, keep doing what you're doing. It's the little things that matter as well. Wonderful. Thank you, Nick. For classes watching this assembly back, there is a link to the quiz in the YouTube description under the video. So make sure you test your knowledge in the quiz. Thank you all for joining. Bye for now.
Thank you all.
Ta-ra.